baseball player this year, the whole industry.
It's not a lot of fun right now because people are still upset, you know, and from their standpoint, I don't much blame them because I'm one of the guys that feel like we could have had this thing done a long time ago before it got to this point. But now that all the stuff has happened, we've lost a lot of fans, and players might not want to believe that, but we've lost a lot of fans, and basically it's up to every ball player to go out there and give it his best to try to win them back. And I just think that in San Diego, if we go out there and we play good baseball, they're going to come back.
Do you feel that there's an underlying something eating away at you about your contract right now?
Not really, because it wasn't necessarily my contract that really upset me. It was just club policy. You know, we heard that word back in November when this thing first broke. Club policy is what bothered me more so than anything, because when I signed my extension back in '89 or '88 at the time, club policy was this, you know, we don't offer 4-year contracts. We're not going to give you a lockout language, and on and on. I mean, there's other things. I really don't want to get into it, but I'm going to explain it this last time. So, of course, the market's going to change. Right. Everybody knows the market's going to change. More times so it's going to go up before it goes down. So when the market changed, this year club policy changed too, because they offered 4-year contracts. They offered lockout language. They did things that they normally, or what I was told, wouldn't do. So basically all I wanted to know was if club policy had changed. Not so much going in and having my contract renegotiated, even though, and that was, you know, part of the underlying thing. But if club policy changed, then all I did was ask, had club policy changed? And I, you know, tried to get in touch with people, and nobody wanted to talk to me. And then when Jerry took over, we tried to get in touch with him, and he called my agent, and we talked on the phone for 45 minutes, and they told me that club policy hasn't changed. So I can sit here today and say that I've had my chance to let them know how I feel. They've told me how they feel, and that's it. You know, club policy has not changed. So I sit here today, and in my heart, I know club policy did change, but there's nothing I can do about it because I have a signed contract. So I just go out and do my job, you know?
Well, nothing you can do about it now.
Exactly.
Are you going to hold that against him when it's
we'll
up?
See. You know, I can't say because I don't know what kind of player I'm going to be in 3 years, but you know, it's a business, you know, and the sooner you get that through your head, the better off you're going to be. This game, even though it's a game, it's a business, and it's a business of winning and making money. And whenever they have a chance to save money, that's what they're going to do. You know, you make no bones about that. So from my standpoint, like I said, I mean, I've had my say, and they told me what they think, and right now I just concentrate on playing baseball. Now, I've already set myself up for the big fall this year if I get off to a slow start, because that's what people are going to say. But I can honestly sit here and say, when I'm out there playing baseball, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about, oh, this guy's making $3 million and I'm making $1 million. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about going out and doing my job. So when I go out there and put my uniform on and go play baseball, that's what I'm thinking about. So I think I'm a professional enough to know that you have to separate the two when you're out there playing, because I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to help this ball club win. And but I will say, when 1992 comes rolling around, I'm going to be a businessman. I'm going to be a businessman.
I tell you, it's amazing because they say that this glove out here, is this one that's too big?
Yeah.
A quarter of an inch too big. I mean, for an infielder, yeah, but not for an outfielder. Yeah. It seems like I started using the big glove last year. You know, the last month of the season, I say, well, everyone else is doing it for the last 5 years, so I'll get used to it. So when you know, as soon as I do it, you know, they crack down on it. So they're gonna check. I guess next they'll probably check to see if your stirrups are too high, or, you know, maybe the length of your cleat.
Wait a minute, now, umpire's going to walk around with tape measures. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with Pine Tar on a bat, you can see, I guess. We got to measure that too, I guess. But, but I mean, they're going to walk around with a tape measure in their pocket?
Well, they have to. I think the rules are a manager can ask twice in a game. And then the umpire's not going to do it just right off the bat. You know, they have to be asked to do it.
Yeah, just like the Pine Tar or the cork in the bat thing where the manager asked the umpire to check his bat, and they take it to New York, fly it, get an X-ray. They'll do the same with the glove.
Okay, so that means that one of you guys makes this great catch out there, right? And the manager at that point is going to say, "Can you check his glove?"
Yep.
Is that what's going to happen?
That's what's going to happen.
I guess so.
So you can do that?
Yeah, you can try to be bold now and use your illegal glove and hope that you don't make a great play and have it snatched away from you. But see, my glove was 12 1/4, I think it was, or 12 3/4. And then
That's too big.
that's too big. The rule is now 12 inches, so the glove companies knew about it, and now this will be my glove this year. Only, you know, I've broken it in real good, but I haven't had a fly ball yet to catch a ball with it. So I mean, it feels good, but you think
You never know.
You think you're gonna have problems?
No, I'm not gonna have a problem because I didn't use a big glove too long. I think that, in fact, the first time I used it, when I finally broke it in, we was in Yankee Stadium, and Mattingly hit me a fly ball. I said, "Oh Lord, please don't let me miss it. Don't let me miss it." And I threw that big glove up there, and it was spinning, and it hit and dropped out. And I was like, I better wait another week before I use it again.
No, see, because as an outfielder, I find myself catching more balls just right here on the fingers, right there on the fingers, and my other glove is almost an inch longer than this glove, and already this spring during taking fly balls, I'd run in and get ready to make a shoestring catch, and whoop, there's nothing there. It's just not there anymore. So
He's looking for me to bag him up.
yeah,
So,
well, see, that's his job. He's a center fielder now.
you miss it, you have to go get it.
A repeat, like Tony Gwynn suggested in the paper of last year and the year before. 3-1. They beat Fernando Valenzuela and the Dodgers. And the better pitcher tonight was the Padres' Andy Benes. He did not allow a hit until the 7th inning. This was in the 2nd. He struck out the side. He struck out 6 guys over the first 3 innings. Padres got to Fernando in the 4th inning with 2 outs. Gary Templeton came through. The base hit to right, that scored Tony Gwynn and Freddie Lynn. Both those guys had singled. 2-0 Padres. In the 7th, Cal Daniels led off with a base hit to break up the no-hitter, and then he scored on this base hit by Eddie Murray. So Padres 2-1 at this point. This was a big play. Benito Santiago, 8th inning, came up with another defensive gem, and a good job by Jack Clark in the rundown right there as they nailed Alfredo Griffin, got him off the base paths. That helped Calvin Schiraldi out of a jam, and this helped too. Tony Gwynn gave the Padres a 3-1 lead as Tony made solid contact all night long, hit the home run off John Wetland. So 3-1 Padres. And after a lead single in the 9th inning, Craig Lefferts came on to get the final 3 outs just like he's supposed to do. Mike Pellerulo with a nice play behind third, the strong throw. Padres get their first win of the 90s. They beat the Dodgers by a score of 3-1 as Andy Benes and 2 relief pitchers hold the Dodgers to just 4 hits.
And it turns out to be a beautiful day for baseball. Padres beat the Dodgers on a dramatic 10th inning hit by Robbie Alomar. And better yet, the Padres pick up another game on the Reds. The first pitch thrown out today by none other than RoboCop. Padres can use him for middle relief. Andy Benes today, the steel-armed starter. Andy with a strikeout there, had a no-hitter going until the 6th. That first hit would be, you got it, a home run. The 69th given up by Padres pitching. Lenny Harris's first this year made it 1-0 Dodgers. But the Padres rally in the bottom of the 8th. Runner on second base. Alomar with the double into the alley. That'll score Benito Santiago to tie the game. Again, fine relief pitching from Craig Lefferts and Greg Harris. And Alomar, the hitting star, base hit is the winner. Padres win 2-1.
We were just happy with the win. We got an off day tomorrow. Knowing Bip will be out there. He's a gamer. He comes to play, and you're gonna have to do a little bit more than that to get him out of the lineup, I imagine.
Padres win it in 10, 2-1, and with